Very good job.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if they first pick it.
But I don't know if it's the best choice for him.
For
play that kind of
Bambo,
role. Yeah. I think he excels on the
playmakers.
kind of ADD play.
Yeah.
Like the tiny or the one running
Earth
around.
shaker. That
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
doing the plays. Not pressuring with farm and like stuff like that. So.
Reserve time.
But it worked out, so I think they need to keep up the tempo.
Yeah. Basically,
For
they've got some tempo controlling heroes in there. Obviously, OG is also kind of known for playing that explosive type of Dota.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get in there as well. Are there any specific heroes you look forward to seeing from their side?
I think the main ones that I like are Fly and Dazzle. Like he doesn't really make the massive plays, but he does. He's just his positioning is always perfect, and his graves are always on point. Moon is obviously like one of the better offlaners in the scene as well. He's like when he plays like Darkseer, even his Beastmaster, like it's really good.
Talking about Beastmaster, No-Tail's Beastmaster is actually very legit as well.
Yeah.
And as mentioning No-Tail, kind of make sure that you keep in mind that this is a team that you always have to consider might pick Meepo.
Yep,
That's true.
And Alchemist Tiny is one of the strategies as well.
That's the most annoying thing when you forget about Meepo in a draft. And all of a sudden you're like, oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tusk is destroy a game.
Pretty decent against Meepo, I guess. If you have the blink, you can kind of disrupt them. Tusk is not bad against Meepo as far as heroes go.
True. We saw Saxon's Tusk previous game. I think he played that really well. And you were talking about needing a tempo controller. A Tusk definitely is one of those type of heroes. And yeah, you get Moon's Dazzle, or rather Moon's Darkseer and Fly's Dazzle in the first two picks. So some joy to see them play those.
Definitely.
Super strong opening. Like you can do anything with these two.
It's literally so open. And it's okay, so you know Darkseer is going to the offlane, and you know it's a support Dazzle even, but you don't know, like you can combo with anything, you know, like any heroes at all.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
And Dazzle is a strong laner as well. He's such a good first pick in any kind of lineup.
We've seen a lot of dual lanes with the Darkseer lately as well, and of course dual lanes going mid with the Dazzle +1 if needed, if you want to actually dual lane, which seems to be everybody's favorite thing to do right now.
Yeah, so with Tusk though, Gyrocopter.
There's a Gyrocopter. It's a bit old school, but you know,
it fits the meta very well. So
it's
I mean the Gyro Tusk combination.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can obviously snowball in, rock a barrage, very strong early on. I mean, if you're gonna be up against a Darkseer, that's maybe not the ideal one because you're gonna take quite a bit of damage as well. But I think you can kill him before he can run away.
Yeah, but late game it like kills all the illusions instantly.
Yes.
If you give Gyro a lead, he can even solo the Darkseer.
Yeah, 1-on-1. Yeah, it's not bad.
That's why he's so good because he's strong, very strong carry for the lane. So even though they nerfed barrage, right? Quite a lot. Still very strong. Also fits that team fighting mid-game carry. So.
So I think you always want to watch out for the Alchemist pick from OG.
Yeah.
I know Miracles.
He likes that.
And No-Tail plays it as well. Because like, okay, Gyrocopter definitely counters Meepo. Like AoE ulti. I think it controls him quite well. You're never going to be able to beat Gibby. He's really slow.
I guess because you always hit the right Meepo with the flat cannon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sure, it's pretty good. But at the same time, you want
some
single damage or AoE control, like a AoE stun like Earthshaker.
Yeah,
he's perfect for Meepo as well.
5 seconds remaining.
I still think like the only thing like Meepo gets going so quickly, and if you play support Earthshaker, you're never going to get your Blink Dagger in time. I think I saw I can't remember who was playing against OG. They actually picked Earthshaker to counter the Meepo, but they broke base before Meepo or before Earthshaker was even level 6.
Yeah, that hero once he gets a decent start, it doesn't even have to have a flying start, doesn't even have to get all the runes or whatnot. But if he gets a decent start, he'll get out of control real fast.
And like comboed up with Dazzle alone, just having the 2 Meepos for the heal bomb and the control, like it's the perfect hero for it, I think. And you can double Iron Shell the Meepos in a different lane, and they poof in. Like this draft is actually perfect for.
You can go AA as well.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, actually.
Super strong with the vortex for the poof and
the chilling touch.
Chilling touch for all the Meepos.
Well, it's still in the pool, and OG does get the first pick after the ban.
And they banned the Winter Wyvern, so it's like the obvious ban if you're thinking about picking the
Meepo.
Yep.
Then Earthshaker would also be still a viable ban here.
I don't even think you're worried about Earthshaker if you're like super confident on Meepo.
He has good magic resistance.
Yeah, it's the highest. Yeah.
You don't usually think about that, but it's
Which
it's a
hero
huge
would you
role.
ban out if you're gonna go for Meepo here? If you're OG. Queen of Pain.
Ember Spirit, okay. Dark Seer, Ember Spirit, obviously like ridiculous synergy. You know, Iron Shell early game. You have such mobility on Ember Spirit and Chase with the Searing Chains lockdown.
Surge and Ember ulti is actually very
It's
strong because
ridiculous.
it's instant.
Yeah, the thing just flies. Like
Even if you're slowed, it doesn't matter. You just fly away.
also like late game, you know, vacuum into the Sleight of Fist with
Oof.
Battle Fury.
Yeah. If you're saying late game, that might not even be that late.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of start they get.
Seconds remaining.
It's one of those combinations that if you get your timing, like you always have a chance to come back. Just
5 seconds remaining.
if you're not too far behind.
At the same time, though, Clovers could go for some kind of
Reserve time.
tri-lane with the Tuscan Gyro. Depending on what OG do, so they need to be careful about drafting too greedy or
Yeah, it's true. Especially, oh, there it is.
the Bane.
Radiant
We actually
team
used to do this kind of tri-lane back in Tackle Life.
Explain.
Attack of life.
What-
Tell us about it.
Whenever we could
Just go.
exploit a lane, we just
Yeah.
went aggro or defensive, it doesn't really matter. But you just own the lane, because Bane is so tanky, he can't stand there hitting and brain stab someone. So you're just in their face,
Yeah.
rolling over them. It's very
See,
strong.
it's so easy to trade early game with those
Yeah.
supports as Bane. You
So
know.
if you're
Exactly.
going for an aggressive tri lane, in this case for 4 Clovers, how will you want to deal with Darkseer on the offlane?
Just pick a good 1v1 matchup.
There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, exactly. You can do.
Is Juggernaut an option?
Juggernaut's very good, yes. And I know OG like Juggernaut a hell of a lot as well.
Yeah, but that
Yeah,
defeats
I'm
their
just
purpose.
saying, like in general.
Mm.
But yeah, Juggernaut works really well. Even someone like Viper, I guess, could work decently.
It's decent, but it doesn't really own him in lane.
Yeah,
either.
there's. Darkseer is just generally strong. You could pick someone like Centaur and just kind of get levels.
Go 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Just gain farm.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about tempo controllers, it's time
Okay.
for
Iron
OG.
Shell Spirit Breaker running at you.
Yeah,
That's spooky.
could be rough. Could be rough.
They do have the Bane to TP though. Like that's the one thing when I'm playing against a Spirit Breaker, if there's no TP support, like having just anyone, like Tusk can also TP, I guess.
And for in regards to disable that OG right now has, is basically the Searing Chains and Spirit Breaker. I mean, you can call the vacuum maybe a disable-ish
A little bit, yeah.
Seconds remaining.
depending on how fast people are, but no real solid lockdown coming out from them
Reserve time.
just yet.
Mm.
If you go for-
Rubik is an option for them on OG. It's pretty strong. You can
Yeah.
get Fiend's Grip, and the aura is generally good here.
But that would mean that you'd put the Spirit Breaker as a core position, because right now it seems like, for me, Darkseer in the offlane, Ember, maybe safe or mid, and then another core there with them.
It's
With
true.
the
Radiant
Spirit
Safe
Breaker
aim,
Dazzle.
Spirit Breaker. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening. Yeah, that's true.
I think if you're 4CL though, you just ban Meepo now. It's
Just in case.
you just something like okay.
Don't you feel like they have the...
Witch is pretty decent. at
They can
dealing
deal with it. But do you want to be able to deal
I
with
don't
it? is
think
the question.
Bane just gets destroyed by Meepo.
Yeah, I don't think they want to aggro into Meepo,
No.
Dazzle,
It's just too.
Spirit Breaker either. It's horrible.
Reserve
So.
time.
It's too scary. Yeah. So do you think this Ember is no tails hero, Shiva?
Yeah. That's what I think. But Miracle plays it, I think,
Yeah,
sometimes
he
too,
does,
but it's
yeah.
normally...
10
It is
seconds.
no
normally
tail.
no tail. Yeah.
So which Miracle hero do we still have?
Anti-mage ban. Oh, they do ban the Viper.
Team
Okay.
ban.
Which miracle hero do we have?
Templar Assassin?
Phantom Assassin.
PA against Bane.
Oscar?
Oscar. Okay. Yeah.
Team pick.
Well, let's see.
Come on, just pick Meepo.
Yeah, Meepo is good.
Meepo could work. And Miracle
But
does
then
play the...
They have
Ember
a lot
as
of melee
well.
heroes, but maybe it doesn't matter.
I don't think, especially when you have the Iron Shell early game.
By the way, for Clovers, that Tusk is going to be a core. So we did see Saxa playing it last game, but right now it looks... Oh, were they the team that ran Bane as a core?
No, that
was
was
Dire team pick.
Different
no Logic Gaming.
Okay, that was not a legit game. Okay, there's a Razor for last pick here. But yeah, There most likely is going to be the Tusk as a core.
I like
Gyro
the
as a
Razor
core.
though, just frontline tank, by mechanism kind of hero.
Yeah,
To
it's
deal
good
with
against gyro.
the gyrocopter aggression, yeah.
Very good.
Which core would you like to see for 4 Clovers?
Someone...
If they're going to go combo gaming, by the way, Witch Doctor with Gyro, Tusk and the Bane.
TA?
5 seconds.
To leave
TA
one
still
mid
there.
against Razor. Viper already got removed. Which other ones?
I think TA is not super good. He's gonna get kited, and they have a Grave and
They could... I don't know if 4C&L do core silencer, but it'd be pretty good in this game. You know, you can stop the Ember Spirit getting away, stop Shallow Graves and stuff. I've never seen them play core silencer, so... They could just go for their tiny, actually, again. Because they're quite squishy, OG.
That's true. That's a good
Yeah, but who, are you going to lane a Tiny against Razor? That's going to be a bit of
No,
a
you just offlane.
Yeah, but who are you going to lane against your Razor?
You could put the tiny mid as well.
Tiny
If
Bane?
you want it. Just go defensive try against Darkseer. Right through.
Yeah. Maybe they're having flashbacks to
Tiny's
the
not
first game.
bad.
No.
For sure.
Is Earthshaker?
I think Lina core works really well with their lineup. But the Alchemist.
The
never mind.
Alchemist. Interesting.
Okay, you gotta pick a favorite now.
This is a difficult one. I kind of like OG's draft more. I'm gonna go with them. I think just having the
Ape father. Father of apes.
What do you think?
Don't tickle him.
No, I'm talking. What? Go.
Show him respect, man. Okay, I think
Different voice? No?
I believe in the sexy bamboo. I am your father. So I have to go with the 4 Clovers here. Definitely.
Back to you, Shiver.
What do you think, Shane?
I'm gonna go with OG. I just like Ember Spirit and Dazzle.
Okay, so it's 1-1 here on the couch. Let's hear from our commentators and see what they have to say about this match. It is OD picks on Draskell for game 1 of OG taking on the 4 Clovers and a Lepricon.
Prepare for battle.
Hello, welcome back to 4 Clovers and Lepricon versus OG Dota. This is game 1. I'm OD Pixel. I'm here with Draskell. You're watching Dream League. The game has begun. Let's get ourselves into the match so we don't miss any of the action. Draskell, what are we thinking, eh? 4 Clovers, they managed to sneak through the Alchemist in a draft where neither team had touched upon it. A very strong hero, of course, in this match, current patch, but only in the right set of hands. Have 4 Clovers got it? Well, if they can get a first blood here, they might just have so. Moving in with the snowball, they've got the Rocket Barrage as well. Crit trying to buy himself some time. Moving through the trees here, but I don't think he's going to be able to get himself out of this one. Levels up the hill, so there's not going to be a save. Sure, they'll die for this. Yeah, of course, he's Bambo. He's never going to stop. He goes straight in with the 1-2. Pycat will be the one to find the first blood there for the side. So, Andy, talk to me about the drafts.
I think it's pretty even, actually. Like, I can't favor one team directly, one of the over the other. I think 4C&L have picked a little bit more greedy with the Alchemist than what I'm used to seeing. But then you look at their other 4 heroes.
Hello. There's a charge here onto Pycat. He may have found first blood, but maybe giving back some blood himself. No-Tail's there as well with the block. Oh, the block onto 2. No-Tail! What a beautiful man here. They're by some time here with the snowball. The Flame God has now gone. They'll try and lock them down here with the Iron Shell. Saxon's going to be able to find the room with the Nightmare, but now with the charge across here, the Iron Shell still ticking down. Pycat, can they get themselves the kill? He's going to try. No, they're going to get it, Pycat! Oh, Pycat, 2 HP! Don't. Oh, 2 HP, Sal's up, he's alright. Bambo, now he's going to look for No-Tail. He has got a snowball here, to be fair, if they want to try and use it, but no, looks like they're going to let it go.
They can nightmare him. They can nightmare him. Sucks it.
Oh, I don't know. I want to see some more snowball in there.
That Dazzle was back, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So the fight lasted so long that Crit actually was able to walk back. That's actually insane.
2 HP on Pycat. I mean, that you don't get closer than that. Well, you do, 1 HP, but it was still very close.
Pretty darn close. But as far as the overall lineups go, I think that 4C&L had the capability of buying plenty of time for Nikwa during the mid game. The important thing to note here too is he did not get the level 1 Grievel's Greed bounty rune. So instead of having that like instant bottle, he's gonna have to land up against a Razor and get his bottle the old-fashioned way, like most mid players do, which is, needless to say, not great. But Miracle,
Miracle.
Is he just dead? Yeah, he's dead.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Okay. The Saxon Collie just take the kill away from Nequa there. I kind of feel
That's
he did.
just like the casual walk up and gank.
Alright. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a few 8Ks being spammed in the chat now, but not the start that OG were looking for. 2 kills down, and 4 Clovers ready to bring the chaos back in the second series of the day.
Yeah, I mean, they're off to a really good start so far. Like, giving Nequa a little bit of extra space if they're not securing that bounty room that he's going to want, and even top lane now.
Hello?
He's got Surge.
I mean, he has, but EGM with the body
That was actually
blocks.
some really good blocking. I think they could have killed him there. If Pycat, like, he probably just expected it to not be
He wanted
possible.
to farm.
Yeah, well, it's not even that he wants to farm, it's that he doesn't expect a Surge Darkseer to get blocked perfectly. Like, nobody does that. Apparently EGM does, though. What a player.
ASUS at the moment in the mid lane, they're still favouring the Razor, of course, 4 for 6 against the 3 for 0. And we'll see if Miracle can still maintain the dominance on this lane as Razor. Top lane again, the body blocks this time. Pycat not quite on form as much as EGM, but they may still find the kill. They look for the dive in, they'll get it with a second rocket barrage. Third kill onto the board here, Pycat. Pycat trying to work out his best way of going around this. And an IMO comes out, I don't think it was quite needed, but just to play it safe there.
Is under attack.
To ensure that Pycat can walk himself out, but another kill for 4 Clovers. And OG just getting, I don't know, taken down all over the place at the moment.
Mid as well.
Okay,
Saksa.
oh, Miracle. Now, this is what, okay.
I love how Saksa just casually walks in and just gets kills. Flies here.
I don't think you're getting this one, Fly.
17%. Alright.
Nice.
0%.
Yeah.
That was... Okay, 4 kills in 3 minutes. And the hilarious part is, the Bane just walks in, like, no boots or anything, right? Like, just casually walks up, is a part of half the team's kills at 3 minutes.
Back at the, I mean, Nico's going to love this. You know, the fact that he's been involved in, what, 3 kills at 3 minutes? He's not going to love this one, though. Charge forward from Fly. There's not any follow-up, and Saksa is here. So, OG... Oh, quite able to find what they're looking for in the mid lane. No, just trading hits with EGM here. But space is being created here for Pycat. 14 for 4 at the moment in terms of CS. The Ember, of course, for OG. Doing very well down there. And No-Tail, this is arguably one of his signature heroes, especially after joining this lineup that we've seen him from Monkey Business to OG. He's very good at the Ember Spirit. So something that 4 Clovers bear in mind. Top lane trying to go in onto Moon. The Maledict is down. I think it is probably just a level 1 Maledict, so I don't think it will be enough. But nonetheless, it's going to bring him very low. Not easy, yeah, he's going to be fine, but... Oh, Jesus. It's close, and Darkseer is not having a fun time on this top lane. With 4 minutes in, he's only managed to find 4 CS at the moment with the Iron Shell spam.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that has to do with the fact that if you get held down in levels for the first few waves, that makes it really tough, and Gyrocopter is one of the best heroes to stop a Darkseer from getting a lot out of lane. They are going to have a charge here, though.
Can they turn it though? They'll put the shell onto Fly here. They may need a bash or 2. Maybe look at the body blocks, but the cast just comes out. EGM starts to walk it off. They surge Fly forward.
Did he just hit the catapult?
He will find a bash, and that might... Okay. Easy bashes there for Fly, 2 in a row. He'll take that one any day of the week.
Mid as well.
What's going on here?
Miracle's just linking, okay. He's not actually going for the kill.
Bottom lane No-Tail, look at this positioning. We saw him just wrap round, being very aggressive onto Bambo. Let's get to that point of course away as well, where he's going to hit level 6. Be a little bit more active around the map potentially. He's halfway towards the gold, nearly for the Boots of Travel Rush, which we'll probably see him pick up unless he does go for the Aquila on the way.
He does do, like, sometimes an unconventional Ember build. He really liked Maelstrom for a long time.
He does, yeah.
I'm not sure if he still does that.
He's the lad who he picks up Skadi quite a lot as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he likes Skadi Mjolnir.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen him play it, like, most often. Like, no one else really does that, right? Everyone else just has a standard, you know, okay, I go bots, I go
Fury,
Battle Fury.
Daedalus.
Yeah, pretty vanilla stuff. So we'll see what build he goes for this game.
Hello. Fly. He's not going to want to go for this. Just maybe hoping to see if he can find a jumping onto mid. Nico's getting to that point, of course, very close to hitting level 6, getting the Chemical Rage online. So it's going to be that little bit harder for the side of OG to catch out in the mid lane. But still CS-wise, looking good for Miracle. 27 for 14 up against the 13 for 0. And the 2 position ones, the fact that 32 for 15 at the moment onto No-Tail, having a little bit of a better time in the safe lane than Pycat. And obviously the fact that Pycat has been involved in, I believe, just the 1 kill on the Darks here, giving him a bit of an edge there on top. And he did get first blood as well. So still very close game between these two sides. Just in terms of kills and aggression, it's favouring 4 Clovers, and that's something that we come to know the team quite well for in the early stages of games.
Yeah, that's very true. I do like the choice here from No-Tail, though. He's opted to go for Bottle. He's also going to go into Aquila. So this allows him to already be able to fight.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need anything more than this. Of course, getting a couple of extra levels will help, maxing out the Searing Chains, a Flame Guard. That's going to be great. You also have Ion Shell. So OG have great early game potential and insane damage output. Like, even Alchemist regen won't be able to help.
They want to go for this as well. They get the chains out. Bambo come out with the initial snowball. They're trying to turn the heal bomb, doing a fair bit. They've got the poison touch as well. No tail will give them the old walk down with the flame guard. And they'll find the pickoff onto the Tusk. So already things looking up for the side of OG in terms of this Ember Spirit. And top lane, though, Pycat trying to go in onto Nikwa. And I think the Ember Spirit's going to be really nice this game, in the sense that he is going to be able to be active, which is exactly what you need against full Clovers lineup, because they've got a gyro themselves. They're going to be looking to fight, looking to go aggressive, and diving deep on the lanes, and just having someone that you can return the aggression with. There's actually been a charge onto Nikwa. I don't know if he'll follow all the way through here. It's fairly deep here from Fly. Fly, he's going straight across.
He's coming around. No tails in the vicinity.
I mean, Chemical Rage, how long until it wears off there as well? It's okay, halfway through, so the regen will still be there. The depth of damage to work through it. He's going to turn around throughout the concoction with the burn damage. The Nightmare holding back the Ember, but now the cast. All the Maledict's substituted, but Miracle is there with the TD. They've got to be careful here for Clovers. Maledict is onto Fly. Looks like OG going to be onto the back of this, trying to get themselves out. Snowball onto Miracle. They've got 3 heroes here with the Brain Sap as well. Cooldown coming up from Pike at the slow. Will clip onto. They've got 2. He gets himself a double kill here with the cooldown onto Rage. The fact that Fly just ran into him on the Spirit Breaker and crit. The shards aren't going to trap him up, but once again, 4 Clovers reacting very nicely to what was a very, very deep bit of aggression from OG. They're diving all the way across.
They were trying to contest the stack. That's the biggest thing. They wanted to make sure that Nikwa just didn't get that huge stack going for him. Okay. Bottom rune contention. Who's going to man down first?
That's, well, it's not going to be Bambo. He's never one to kind of quit when a fight is kicking off, and he's really going for it. No tail.
Oh, the Nightmare! The Flame Guard!
Oh, okay, Bambo.
He gets the rune as well! Bambo didn't get it!
Sax is gone as well.
Jesus.
No tail Ember holding OG in this game very nicely through what's been quite a tough time.
The Nightmare screwed them over, man. He nightmared him on top of the room so he couldn't click on it, otherwise he would have got nightmared. And then he's like, oh, well, I guess I'm just dead now. That is actually the reverse dream. Because it is a nightmare.
I mean, Ember's, how much money has No Tail got at the moment off the back of these fights? Is he saving up for his bots yet?
He's got 1200 almost.
And I guess that's what the completed tequila just coming out from now, yeah. So he's got the tequila bottle, as you said he was running. He's having a good time, No Tail. He's, what, 2 kills in? One assist, and I think pretty much perfect CS for the time that he's been on lane. But
yeah, he's actually farmed great.
Pykat's keeping up in terms of farm. And we saw him, he turned up to the fight.
He's actually got 4 kills.
Yes. He's been a little bit more active.
It is always important to remember, though, that these cores function very differently. Like, Ember is going to be in the team fights in a big way, just dealing sustained damage, whereas you're relying on cooldown on the gyrocopter and just a couple of good rocket barrages to secure kills. And later the game goes, it's going to become a lot harder to kill No Tail. Like, all of their initiators, if you want to call them that, have projectile stuns. So Snowball, Witch Doctor Cask, and then you have Unstable Concoction. Like, all of those things are very, very difficult to not dodge, if you want to call it that. Like, it's very hard for them to catch Ember.
It's going to be interesting to see what Nico goes for as well in terms of build. Are we going to see the classic kind of Radiance build here on this Alchemist? It looks like we are. He's got 2k at the moment, so we're not going to see a more kind of utility-based one. We're going kind of the classic out build at the moment, getting that farm online, getting the old Radiance Manta bots into Octory. And he's going to charge onto Nikwa. He has got a Chemical Rage, and the help is on its way. TPs are coming out into the mid lane, and it looks like it's going to be enough to force OG to back up. They find the Nightmare here onto Fly. Now Pike out moving forward. Cooldown's going to come out, and Fly very much dead. The question is whether they can find anything else, but it looks like OG going to play it safe, just back themselves off. But losing another kill, and Pycat now with the 5 kills, mega kill streak on the gyrocopter. He's going to be very happy with the way that this game's panned out so far here for himself.
I just love that both these teams have picked very active cores and are always at engagements, you know. We have transitioned well out of the era of position ones just AFK farming like the entire game. It's now just everyone fights all the time.
Oh, Bambo. Got Miracle trying to move in onto Bambo. With the Nightmare from Sax holding him back, but the charge from Fly. Let's see if he goes all the way, and he's charging from base here, so it's going to be a little bit of time before he is here. They do not have boots to travel on No Tail. So we've already talked about the activity of both of the cores. We'll see him be even more active across the map now with the bots and just being able to remnant back to the lane that he's farming in. So being able to turn up to every fight and still not miss a free lane and farm when it comes by him.
His middle tower is under attack.
Oh.
And 4CL need to be very, very careful about the next couple of minutes of this game.
And here we go. Charge onto Sax. He's got a nightmare. Is he going to be able to get it out? And the bashes are coming out from Fly. This man.
Oh my.
Fly.
Iron Shell were off.
Okay.
And at the same time, Nico's trying to go onto Miracle. Crit's there as well. They'll find the snowball initiation onto No-Tail. The remnants himself away from the fight. Plasma field coming through now. The charge across from Fly. Looking to continue this one. Cooldown gets dropped. The walls come out though. They've lost the Witch Doctor. Let's see if the side of 4 Clovers wants to still stick around. A little bit awkward at the moment as they're kind of at separate ends of the fight here. Nico down towards the bottom. He's going to move in with the concoction. There's still a fair few here, and they'll just turn and try and fight. This is the thing. No-Tail moves against the chains out. There's a snowball forward. Miracle getting a good static link off here. Warriors Punch not quite enough to kill the Razor. Pops the charges on his stick, and may just try and turn. Pycat's moving forward, but the owner's on him. Crit healing up his team before he goes. It's an unstoppable for Pycat. Whoever gets this kill is going to get a lot of money in the bank, and it may just be Fly charging across onto the gyrocopter. Should get it, and he does. They'll find the kill onto the gyro, ending the streak. No-Tail cleans up towards the top, getting himself a double kill as he takes down Saxon on the Bane. There's only EGM left alive here on 4 Clovers. So OG really turning up to the fights there, because he's some of them getting away on slithers of health. He's definitely coming out with a favourable trade there as the activity from No-Tail with his bots continues. And he's now sitting on a clean 1k on top of the pair of them. 5 kills and 3 assists at the moment for this man.
Dude, I think we've learned one valuable lesson here. Darkseer, Ion Shell, and Ember Spear Flame Guard is very painful.
And EGM is about to feel some more of it. Straight in off the Witch Doctor. Unstoppable streak for No-Tail. TPs are going to come and they get cancelled straight away.
They actually have no answer for Ember. That's the biggest problem right now that 4CL are running into. Is if No-Tail plays his cards right, the only thing he has to be very cautious of is something like a Fiend's Grip or maybe getting snowballed and call down from Fog, which is very unlikely to happen given the fact that Fly is pretty much in the team fight first, and then you have Moon, you also have Miracle, 3 very tanky heroes who can kind of lead in for you, and then No-Tail comes in after all disposals have been used a Flame Guard on an Ion Shell, and it's like, alright, where's your damage?
Oh, top lane. We may see some of it come out from OG. Nether Strike onto Sax, so that'll be one. Pycat gets the cooldown out. Person space in No-Tail just moves back in with the Flame Guard. He's ready to go for it. Gets the chains out to Pycat. Backup's on its way from Fly and Moon. And No-Tail. Oh, Jesus Christ. That remnant out the last minute. Nicely done there by the man. He tags Fly and Moon in. They'll finish off the kill onto Pycat. Double kill for the Darkseer. Nico trying to move forward here. We'll see if they can find anything. No-Tail's going to look for the TP out. I mean, it's a very aggressive play for them. Bottom lane Bambo was able to find a solo kill onto Dazzle, but 12 for 9 at the moment. OG, they might not have had the strongest start, but they're really bringing it back at this point. And off the back of these fights as well, the fact that we're seeing Ember now nearly 2k ahead of the gyrocopter, certainly working out favourably for the position 1 on the side of OG.
And from the looks of things, he is going for the momentum build. I assume that's a BKB that he's building?
Okay.
I can't imagine it being SOI or anything like that, right? Like,
I guess it is. I mean, at the moment, just we've seen, as you said, with the Iron Shell and the Flame Guard, you just run at people and they die. If you've got a BKB, there's not a lot that 4 Clovers are going to be able to do to stop that. So, yeah. I guess why not at this point if you can get it this early on?
Yeah, I do like the build for sure, especially since you can start cleaning up tier 1s very easily. Your Darkseer's got mech now, so Moon's going to have that team fight sustain that your team was kind of, well, maybe not lacking, but now it's just going to be better. You do have the crit Dazzle on top of it with the Weave and level 4 Shadow Wave. Like, it's going to be really tough for 4CL to live the next like 10-15 minutes because Nico doesn't even have his relic yet. It's 15 minutes in.
Yeah, he can't die. Well, he can.
He might die.
It's not good if he dies for the side of 4C&L. Can they find Nico? I think Ember. No, they're going to look towards Pycat. Is No-Tail ready to go? All messes up the combo there. Doesn't quite get the slight into chains. So I won't be able to jump forward onto Pycat. And he's just going to TP back to the bottom lane. Let's push that one out. He has got the remnant there if they want to try and fight top. Miracle as well. He stepped up his farm. Still ahead of the Alk in terms of it. 5.1 against the 4.9 in net worth.
I think the biggest issue this game is if you don't have a team that can actually kill the Ember, then you need to contest him in lane. Like, if you can't catch him, then the only other way to counter him is to make sure that his laning phase is crap. No-Tail got complete free farm and kills. And now you're at the stage in the game where 4CL are looking at it and they're like, okay, what's our best way to initiate? We get a Fiend's Grip, maybe we smoke on him or something like that, and we can kill him that way. But even then, you have things like Grave, Charge can interrupt it, there's Vacuum, Blink is eventually going to come out onto Moon. You have less and less ways of realistically taking out this hero. Bambo! Jesus.
Fly with the Nether Strike into the charge. Yeah. Not a chance for any kind of balls to come out. from the Tusk.
The golden experience lead is pretty decent.
I was going to say,
at this
should be
point in the game.
sizable.
Yeah, it's over 5,000, closer to 7,500 gold, and EXP is looking the same. But the lead, I think, is even bigger for OG just because of their hero composition.
Straight out CP here from the Bane. Got OG moving into the jungle, just de-warding here, and a nice sentry as well. I was going to catch out both the sentry and the observer. Let's see if they can find anything mid lane. No-tail, just maybe creating a bit of bait. It is, of course, now confirmed that it is that BKB as we suspected. Halfway towards the recipe cost.
He's actually invincible with that item. Like, they don't have the physical damage to kill him. They can fiend script him, though.
Well, there we go. Beautifully demonstrated here. No-tail, can he get himself out? The stun lock is there. The grave. No-tail. He's out of there.
Stick charges. Oh my god, he's fine. He's actually fine.
The bounces. Wall's being dropped. 4 Clovers walking straight into the wall. The vacuum as well. He's ready to go back in here. No-tail. He's going to TP back to base. He's got a remnant out. The fight will continue whilst they wait for him to return. Fly with the charge forward onto Bambo with the shell as well. They should be able to find the touch. The snowball coming out. Target the full fight out. They've lost the snowball. They've lost the touch. Double kill for Nikwa here. And No-tail has turned back up to the fight. Moon just trying to get himself away through the wall. There is a missile coming through onto the head of No-tail. He's got another remnant here, but that's his last one out that will pull him back in. Looks like he's going to be okay there. 4 Clovers can't quite chase him all the way. But a nice turnaround for the side of 4 Clovers there, coming out with a pretty nice XP and goal swing for this point of the game. And the fact that Nikwa got the double kill as well on the Alchemist, that should put him very close to finishing off the Radiance, if not even the money to do so. Yeah, it's just 100 away now from that Radiance, so very nicely done from 4 Clovers holding on to that position.
I assume what happened was OG realized that, okay, No-tail got out, he dropped a remnant, he's going to come back in like 5-10 seconds, and then we'll just keep fighting because they use Fiend Script, and they dropped some spells on our Ember to try to kill him. We should win this fight. The problem was they went in too far before No-tail was actually available to fight again. So they walked into a call down, and they kind of got wrecked before No-tail was really even back. So I think if they disengage for even a couple of seconds, and then just keep sieging the tower, they can at the very least get that. I don't think they need to fight that aggressively if you have an objective that's right in front of you, you know? Like, you can get the tower, you don't have to like dive for kills.
Maybe we'll see them go, try and go aggressive again now the fact that No-tail has that BKB done.
Yep.
And there's a blink on Moon as well. We've seen him get some pretty nice walls and vacuums out. They're going to be even nice now. Bottom lane, flying crit with the wrap around to Bambo. And there we go again. The Nether Strike to set this one up. Bambo does get the snowball out this time, and TP reactions will be there. So maybe the turnaround can happen here for the side of 4 Clovers. Snowballs forward. Bambo incredibly low. Will be able to get himself back. Now the cooldown comes out. It's going to clip Fly and onto Moon. Pycat trying to move forward. The missile is coming out towards Fly. EGM and Bambo there as well with Saxa chasing this down. Fly could be in trouble. He does have a charge. Can he get it off before the missile connects? No, he can't. He tries for it, but the missile's there to hit him straight after to cancel it. Fly, he's going to go down. Brain sap from Saxa finishes him off. At the moment, No-tail and Miracle just looking to pressure the middle lane. They should be able to defend the bottom. He's actually going to bot stop here as well here, No-tail. So a team trying to pressure two sides. 4 Clovers themselves, they'll look to try moving on to the tier 1, but if they lose a tier 2 or potentially 2 in return, this trade is not necessarily going to be worth it.
I think they will. They just take the tier 1 and back. Like, they already have one hero back.
Mid lane. Bambo. Oh.
That actually kind of helped him.
Yeah. Oh, they did have the vision. Their Bane tried to go for it, but couldn't get the cast animation out in time.
Yeah, they even preserved their tier 1 bottom. Very nicely done there from OG.
Is under attack.
And I really want to know when No-tail goes next. Does he go for his patented Maelstrom? Does he go for Battle Fury?
I think this could be a Maelstrom Scarred again.
Does he go full
If he's
sell-out?
starting with BKB, this is a No-tail build.
Yeah. Well, I actually Dendi did this too.
Okay.
Long time ago. Like
Rest
when
in
Ember
peace.
was first being played, he would always go BKB like as his first real item. I mean, the thing is, if you think about it this way, BKB protects your Flame Guard, which sounds silly because Flame Guard's supposed to protect you from taking magic damage. But during this stage of the game, your magic damage is your damage. You don't have physical DPS yet. You don't have Battle Fury or Daedalus. So the BKB makes so your Flame Guard is always going to deal at least 10 seconds worth of damage with Searing Chains on top of it. So not only that, but it obviously stops disables and you're not taking any damage at all. So it's a very, very solid fighting item as long as you can get a lot out of it. Like, you don't buy a BKB for it to casually sit in your inventory, you know? Like, he buys this with the intent of, if they fight, we will also fight them back.
Oh, Bambo. He's going to get the snowball out, but there's a move forward from No-tail here with the BKB as well, straight onto the Nikwa Alchemist. Chemical Rage regen is not going to help you this time against the damage that this man's doing. Double kill for the Ember Spirit. And as we just saw then, you know, this is the Iron Shell and the Flame Guard pretty much negates the regen there off the Alxol and his life itself. Now with another strike onto EGM. Looking for a third pick-up. It's a triple kill for Notel. He's on a godlike streak. He's not dying anytime soon, this Ember. He may even finish the game without dying at all. I'll be able to look for this tier 2 here, and Notel, I mean, we know he's good on the Ember, and I wouldn't be surprised when it comes around to game 2 if we see the Ember being banned out.
I would actually agree completely. Like, just ban the hero second phase. Because I think they picked a third, right?
They did.
Third or
they didn't have to pick it straight up this draft, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so all things considered, just a really nice pick for the game. Again, we talked about how there's not really a whole lot that 4CL can do against it, per se, in team fights. They just have to hope that they get lucky with a pick. Like, when they found him with a Fiend's Grip...
If he leads him with a Fiend's Grip here, there is some backup.
Notel.
He's just like that. Wow. Straight out there.
He out of there, yeah.
Zip zap. Oh, EGM. Please press F.
Press F to pay respects to the dude.
Press F.
Oh, he is going Battle Fury.
Is he going for the battle? Oh, okay. He's keeping it cool.
You know what?
Keeping it normal.
He has bought Lincolns in the past.
I'm hoping for the Lotus Orb, personally.
Dude, Lotus Orb is so good.
Yeah.
Love that item.
Hey, look at this. Charge vacuum wall. It's beautiful for the side of OG. They'll look for Nico. They should be able to find it. Cooldown comes out. Nightmare is there. It's not going to save the life of Nico. They're trying to turn around the brain set with a Fiend's Grip now to Fly. Maybe they can still fight this here. Piecat doing a fair bit of damage. He's going to find Fly here as well. So they have found two. And they're not going to look for Moon here. Piecat just TPs himself out, realizing that OG may come in a little bit angry that they've just lost 2 heroes. But 4 Clovers, one of the better fights that they found in the last 10 minutes or so, taking 2 and only losing 1, even though it is at Niqua. Saxa just holding on for dear life in the jungle there. He should be fine. 19 for 15. Pretty much the big point though, the fact that Ember Spray is, what, 4k ahead of the Jar at the moment. It's pretty damn scary, especially the way that Notel plays it.
Yep.
Hey?
There's the rocket. That's the spite rocket.
Yeah, look, he just swags it off.
Yeah.
He's like, you what?
Okay, so I guess.
Oh, Pike is not going to be able to do anything against this BKB. That's one down. Notel moving forward, looking for more. He's got the chains up. He'll be able to get them out. Doesn't actually latch onto Niqua, but he latches onto EGM. He'll look for the Wish Dot to kill. Okay, straight out of there, Notel. As soon as he says something about Miracle, is going to be as lucky. They should be able to find him. Wait, he's still alive. He's still alive. He's still alive. He's going to live. Oh, Miracle double kill for the Razor. He stays alive. Moon and Fly moving in. They should find EGM. He throws out the casket, bounces a couple of times. Slight comes through. Beyond godlike now for Notel. There's 4 dead on the side of 4 Clovers. And that's going to be a tier 2 going down as well. Notel very close to finishing off the Battle Fury. He just needs to pick up the cheeky little Quelling Blade. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is kind of a... even though the score is close, it's not really indicative of the lead that OG has.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually a gigantic difference.
This is not great here for the side of 4 Clovers.
The one saving grace is that until Razor has Aghanims or like AC or something, their high ground push isn't super scary. It's just that you can never really fight them.
No.
Like 4CL are going to have such a hard time engaging. Like they need BKBs, they need all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, Piecat. They're not going to be able to find anything yet. It's, I don't know at this point. You know, the point where you got, what, 3 cores at minimum, just about 2k ahead of the highest core of 4 Clovers.
Yeah.
It's not great for 4 Clovers. And Gecko Greaves now in the Darks here. Medallion coming out on your Dazzle. More and more good things coming out for the side of OG. What you got a BKB just about 650 gold away here for a Miracle, as he just needs the Ogre Club. And yes. Well, let's see. We've seen 4 Clovers manage to turn around some bad things in the past. Maybe they can do it here in this game. They've got a long way to go, and they might have to do it without Bambo here, as there are 5 heroes moving in off the tusk. Bambo, he's using some nice shots. It's not going to be nice enough though, as I should find it. He's got a snowball there, as he'll think about his life as he gets taken down here by a slight from Notel, who's now got 12 kills. Notel showing no mercy. 25 minutes into this game. There's an SMY on the gyrocopter here for the side of 4 Clovers, but I don't know if it's going to be enough against the progression of OG at the moment. Roshan is up. They may look to try and take that. No-Tail's actually going to bots top. There are two heroes at the moment, the Jara and the Alchemist. I don't think they've got the controller to take him down. Maybe with a nice concoction. Let's see if they can get this kill. No, not happening. No.
Not nearly enough damage.
It's not enough damage, not enough control.
Yep. I mean, their team is pretty bad at killing Roche, actually. Like, if you think about it, most of the damage you're relying on in these fights is just Flame Guard, Searing Chains, Ion Shell, and then you have Plasma Field. So it's mostly magic. When it comes to killing towers or, like, taking objectives in general, like even Roshan is a perfect example. They kill it slow as hell. Like, it's not fast. It's just that 4CL cannot engage them.
Oh, shards just coming in. I don't know if 4Clovers are going to be able to contest this one. I think they've got to let it go. Even though at the same time, you let it go.
If Cat had BKB, maybe they could fight. Because then there would be one person who can deal damage and just stand there.
They're not going to finish Roshan here. They're looking to fight maybe instead. Nether Strike coming out, but Bambo's going to be there with the snowball dodge. There with the backup. Nikwa throws out the concoction, but here's No-Tail with the BKB and the Flame Guard and the Iron Shell. He's ready to go to work. They've already found Nikwa. They'll be able to find Pycat here as well. The Phoenix Grip at this moment in time doesn't even matter here for the side of OG. He gets the slight, moves forward here with the Remnants. Beyond Godlike now for No-Tail. 3 dead on the side of 4Clovers. And they might feel a bit happier going back and finishing off the Roshan. They might say, let's just go mid and push down a lane. Another very good team fight here for the side of OG. And 4Clovers, just, it's not been a pretty fight for them, at least the last few of them, as they're just struggling to find anything favourable for the side.
I just think it's hilarious that they were sitting in the pit and they just go, God, we kill this slow. Let's just go fight them. Because we know that it's really hard for us to lose an engagement at this point, and rather than give the opportunity for 4CL to go for some like cheeky Aegis Seal or a call down in the pit when we have 5, we just push our advantage. We know that 4CL
come on,
can
Bambo,
never
give
go
us
for
a cheeky Aegis Seal.
No. Okay. I don't blame him. He was dead if he went.
Alright, there's an Aegis on No-Tail. I mean, that's even if he dies once at this point. And, well, talk about dying. Bambo. There we go. That's the last time he's going to be playing with his balls for a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. I mean,
it's kind of gruesome right now.
I think you need to ban the Ember Spirit game too.
Or Darkseer. I think Darkseer is also a viable option.
Very good as well.
Because it's not necessarily just the Ember alone, it's the combination of the two that allows him to not only go for the early BKB that just hard counters your entire lineup, because 4CL did pick 4 heroes that were capable of fighting. It's just that, again, they don't have the lockdown necessary and the physical damage output to kill through BKB. So by having Ion Shell and Flame Guard together, you have all the damage that you need for a fight. You don't need anything else. Also consider that Fly can charge in with a secondary Ion Shell too. And then there's Vac Wall, so it's just a very rough situation. I think you could justify banning either hero at this point.
Okay, well, I mean, at this point, indeed, 4Clovers forced back into the base. Out with just the Radiance and the bots. You got Witch Doctor trying to find his way towards that Aghanims. And looks like OG just playing a bit safe at the moment. No one ready to jump straight in. There's a lot of money still on No-Tail, 2.7k. On top of that, Battle Fury.
This has got to be the poorest Alchemist I've ever seen, by the way.
Alright,
like, when do you see an Alchemist not, like, towering above everyone else's net worth? Like, even in games where Alchemist is losing, typically he does still have at least equal, or if not, a little bit more than the highest farm person on the enemy team. But this is just like, only Radiance and bots. He has 1,000 health. Doesn't matter how much regen you have if you just die in 1 second.
Well, I guess at this point the question is just, when do OG decide to go?
Oh, they got plenty of time. They've need to rush.
All the time in the world at this point. And okay, so Crystallis is now on No-Tail as well. He's got 1k towards working towards the Daedalus. He's invited Aquila if he wants to sell that along the line, get a bit more money towards the Demon Edge and Recipe Fund. This is a bit of a sad tale for the side of 4Clovers. They're going to need a bit of a miracle to turn it around. It's just a shame that they're playing against him. No-Tail moving forward with the slight and the change as well. He's going to run it forward here with the BKB, ready to go with the Iron Shell run down. Phoenix Grip is going to be there. He does, of course, have this Aegis. Death Ward's been dropped. They should be able to kill him once. He's going to be like, team, I'm diving. Can you guys dive as well? And Equal's going to end up stunning himself. No-Tail with the slight and the change on to do Moon there. Oh, he wanted to 4! It's beautiful from Moon. No-Tail will be able to remnant out. Moon moving forward. The side of 4Clovers just running back to the base after that pretty horrific wall vacuum combo coming down to them all. Doesn't kill them nonetheless, so they'll be able to walk themselves back in. OG are going to be fine. They do manage to get No-Tail out of there, which was pretty much the aim there of that vacuum wall, just to make sure that they can keep No-Tail's scoreboard flawless for the time being.
I think he realized after he went in, he's like, I might be a little bit deep here, guys.
He wanted to use his Aegis.
Well, he did.
He did.
Mission successful. The thing about Ember at this stage is since he's just using the bottle abuse with bots, you have so much uptime on the map. Like, you're never really in base for that long. Like, maybe a couple of seconds, you refill your bottle, you go back to split pushing. Enemy team has to commit, like, 3 or 4 heroes to kill you. It's very similar to playing against an Anti-Mage, actually. Except this hero, in some ways, is more mobile because you can drop a Remnant, TP across the map, and then come back. Like, AM can't even do that. So now it's like...
It's a strong hero.
It's pretty good. Decent.
Oh. I see when they go for the next round here, OG. Just 4C in all 3 lanes, making sure they're in a good position so that when they do take a fight and come out on top, they're ready to push wherever the wind takes them. Shiva's guard is now on Razor as well, so something else to just help with these high ground pushes. Alchemist, he's still trying his best in Equa. Still 2.2k on top of the bots and the Radiants. They are coming up to 25k behind the sign of OG in both XP and gold. 32 minutes in. It's not the best of positions to play from. Oh, No-Tail moves forward, chains onto Bambo. He's going to go in as well with the BKB, ready to fight. Another strike onto the Tusk as well. They'll find that one. No-Tail, can he find anything more here? Slides forward. Now we'll Remnant out just in case a concoction was being charged up by Nikran. Also just aware of the Fiend's Grip as well. It's back online here for 4 Clovers. If they can find the grip onto No-Tail. Miracle, Miracle. You know, with the Shivas, he's just been kind of chilling out, farming, pushing out the lanes, because all the attention at the moment has really just been drawn in by No-Tail on this Ember Spirit. So Razors was given a lot of space, and you know, the fact that Ember's killed a hell of a lot of people, and you know, the Razors only 800 gold behind him. It just goes to show how well Miracle's been farming amidst all this chaos that OG have been kicking off.
And Razor is not really known as a flash farming hero either. Like, this is the guy who takes ages to farm everything. It's like playing CK. You're a good team fight, but you're not really great at hitting creeps. And Miracle's done a really good job of keeping up. You're definitely spot on about that. I also like the fact that OG, we saw No-Tail just pop his BKB for just 1 kill. That's fine. Like, you don't need to pop BKB for only engagements at this point and like a larger magnitude. It doesn't need to be a 5v5. You can just get a pick. 4CL aren't leaving their base. You're farming their entire woods. You're farming the Ancients. No-Tail can just be wherever he wants. It doesn't really matter at this point. You can keep getting a bigger lead until you are like, okay, we got 2 items up on every single hero. We can just run at them. And I think that's kind of what OG are waiting for. Either that, or they're waiting for the next Roshan to spawn, which is still quite a ways away.
I mean, there we go. I mean, that's the big item really now for No-Tail.
Yeah, there's data listed now, yeah.
Yes, all on its way, done and dusted. 2.3k coming up on Moon's Darkseer as well, so he can look towards what I'd imagine. I mean, I guess he's going to get the Hex here for the side if they feel that they need it. They've already got a Shivas on the Razor.
Yeah, I think Hex is really good, because it gives you a long-range way to disable Fiend's Grip, and that's like the one scary thing still for No-Tail, is if he gets gripped and he doesn't have help. Now, granted, I think that's a pretty unlikely scenario, but at the very least, it gives you one more method to counterplay, and just be like, yeah, okay, you got Hexed, and then you lose the fight, because if the Fiend's Grip isn't perfect, and you don't have damage follow-up on No-Tail, he just won't die, because he's been very good about having Remnants out, maybe barring that dive with the Aegis. That was the one time he actually didn't have a Remnant, but that's because he used him to go in, instead of have one for retreating.
And Ping's coming out on mid. No-Tail looks to want to go, gets the chains out onto 2. We'll just be able to hold this out. Shards are coming through, but 4 Clovers, they can't really leave the base. They've got to kind of just bank on OG diving in deep, and them being able to turn with something, as you said, like the Fiend's Grip. They really can't go out looking for kills at this point, though, because every time OG are going to be there to turn. They're pretty much holding out for a mistake from OG at this point.
It's going to have to be a colossal mistake.
Yeah.
They're going to have to like grave the wrong target while No-Tail's Fiend's Gripped, and then No-Tail dies. He even almost has enough money for buyback. So even if that happens, and he has a Remnant now, he can just come back. I don't know, man. It's looking pretty bleak right now for 4CL. I'm thinking to myself that there's one item that they get that suddenly they can actually take a team fight.
Rapier Jar.
BKB is the option here for Pycat for sure. Like,
He's got to get the rapier though, surely.
Yeah, but he needs the damage,
Surely.
but he also needs to be able to live. If he can't live, then it doesn't matter how much damage you have.
He's saving up the gold. You know what I mean? There's 2.8k on him.
I agree that rapier would be an item that gives him enough potential to be able to win a fight.
I mean, BKB it's just not going to do enough at this point. I mean, he might not die, but he's not going to kill anyone.
I think it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, if you buy a BKB,
Okay.
you do no damage. If you buy a rapier, you get wrecked by like a charge and an ulti from the Spirit Breaker.
Talking about charging an ulti from the Spirit Breaker, Saxa. He's going to show us what it feels like to receive it.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
He was trying to be proactive and get some vision out, and I definitely understand that, because the way the OG have been playing, they have not really backed up. You know, the last, I want to say almost 10 minutes, they've been more or less assuming the same spot on the map, not letting 4CL leave their base, not letting them get any vision down. They're just always here.
Look at this man. Yep.
Dire's middle tower.
He's just out.
All right, Roshan's up. as
Roshan's
well,
up.
yeah.
So OG, they can take their sweet time. They can go for this Rosh. 4CL will have to take this opportunity. They realize that OG aren't great at killing the base. Like, their high ground push isn't super scary because they didn't make an Aghanims on Miracle. So they have no real tower hitter. But if they get Roshan again, and No Tail doesn't dive into tier 4s almost, I think that should be enough to push it over the edge.
How's Pycat doing? Is he still saving up on the rapier fund?
Nah, it's gotta be Gibby.
Yeah. Oh, that dream is over.
I do think if they were able to protect him, that rapier could have been an avenue for them.
Yeah, I guess say what they have
But-
a dazzle on their lineup or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just so hard to protect them because there's BKB on the Spirit Breaker, there's BKB on No Tail, and as soon as they recognize it, they're just gonna go on you. And if you don't have BKB against Ember Spirit Breaker, and they both have BKBs, you just dead. They just hard focus you, you die, and then game is over.
What's the grass looking like at this point as well? Have they settled off at all, or is it still spiraling out of control?
I think it's still kind of.
It's okay, still spiraling out of control. Okay.
But it's like I said, since they've been sitting outside of the base for so long, and they've just been making it so 4CL can't get any space on the map, this is what happens. Because you're farming effectively like 1.5, 2 times as much as the enemy team. They can't get their jungle, they can't get anything. Like, they're just stuck. And that is a basher, by the way.
Okay. Why not? Why not? Let's have a bit of a no
You can
tail
make it into Abyssal and use
flare
it during Sleight of Fist.
to the build. It's
You
true.
just have to spam click. Or apparently there's that console thing that lets you do like an auto click if you hold down. I
What?
forget what the thing is. It's true.
Come on. He doesn't want to backban Andy.
It's in the game. You can't get vac banned for something that is literally a console command.
Well, 4 Clovers. They might need something more than a console command here if they want to turn this one around.
There are some console commands that could end the game, but I don't think they want to use those ones.
Yes, I mean, they're holding. You got to give them that. We've been at this point of the game.
OG's high ground push is terrible. Like,
Yes.
it is awful. They built their lineup to control the map, and that's what they're doing. So they're playing the lineup the way that it's meant to be played. They're getting Roshan for free every single time. There is like a 1% chance that 4CL can take a team fight at this point. Like, that is how far behind they are.
They're going to try a bit more now. They're going into the tier 3. Cost comes out, shots as well. Just going to tickle No Tail. No Tail looking to get himself back in potentially. There's going to be a homing missile coming out. Gets the slide through. He's going to be able to juke out the missile. Missile will connect onto it. Shell's now thrown out towards Miracle. And just kind of chilling here. Moving back in with the chainsaw to Niqua. And they'll be able to find themselves in tier 3 here. Miracle takes the tower. 4 Clovers hanging around by the racks. And they're still managing to hold OG away. Not wanting to make these this too easy for the side of OG as they try and move back in onto the racks. There is still a Fiend's Grip available, but the Slight and the chains coming out. Once more to Saxa. Grooves have been popped by OG. And they've got this crest onto Miracle as well. So he just is standing there at the front lines, taking it all. Shivas has now come out, trying to move forward. Won't quite catch anyone on the side of 4 Clovers. Your Slight as well as OG just continuing with the slow, chilled out siege. Pycat, well, there's going to be the ban by leading. Morris punch onto Miracle. He's just going to sit there, hit the racks. The cooldown coming through. Now with the rocket barrage as well. Miracle falling fairly low here. He'll be surged up and they will find the melee racks finally on the top. Top lane here,
Oh
the
my
slide,
God, the
okay.
damage.
They have got the Phoenix grip out, but oh, okay, that's 1-2 here with the vacuum. They're going to move in for more. OG, they have been rustled and they're not happy. They're moving in to try and finish off these kills. They'll look for Pycat here. Is Miracle, is he going to dart the Phantom? No, he's not. He's going to turn around, use the damage he's stolen to help kill Bambo. Make a kill streak now for the Razor. 4 down on the side of 4 Clovers. And they'll look for the middle set as well, as they've already found the melee Rex top. More gold and more XP into the bank here with the Radiant, and it is not showing any sign of stop. GG, well played, is scored.
All right.
4 Clovers, they hung on for as long as they could,
That's true.
but
I mean, it was even showcased in the last push when they were going high ground. It's
still hard.
Yeah, it's hard for them. Like, their team is not built to be able to do that, but they had such an enormous lead. Like, almost 35,000 golden experience, I think, at the end, maybe even more. And they were
yes.
still like,
It was
okay,
probably close
we're
to
kind
40K.
of struggling to crack high ground here, boys. But they managed to do it. A very convincing win here. I never really felt like OG were in real danger of losing, because as soon as they got map control, they held it.
Yeah.
They never backed up.
Yeah.
Like the bots and Bottle on No Tail, like he just controlled their side of the map forever. Didn't die a single time.
No,
Maybe ban
Not a single
Darkseer or Ember next game. That's my guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ember Spirit being banned.
But I think
I
Darkseer
would
is
not be
the
surprised.